Hey everyone, have I here been another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, it is time for another edition of Best Teams on Global. This is the January 2022 edition, or you can say version Z edition. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, a little bit of a different look. I'll kind of go over the new format, and there's a little bit of additional stats I've added to Best Teams as well. Before we dive into all that, disclaimer first, the term best teams is my opinion and purely subjective. There's no official tier list or best teams ranking from Akatsuki or Bandai. Any references and research sources will be linked in the description below. And yeah, here's kind of the new look here. The top two rotations you'll see on the top there. We will have some floaters on kind of the second level there. You'll see some alts, of course, always kind of in the bottom middle. And then you'll see game mode effectiveness on the bottom with a different layout there. So of course, how I rank my teams, you're gonna look at leader skills, damage output, survivability, passives, SA specials, links, categories, bench and flexibility, very important to me. Game mode effectiveness, very important to me. I added mission options, how many missions can it complete within a certain game mode, for example, legendary Goku event or infinite Dragon Ball history, things of that nature. And then of course, general overall gameplay, how fun it is to play with the team. That's in a sense new format. You'll see a honorable mention, which will introduce what it's going to look like, and I'll kind of explain it from them or from there. So, and when I look at game mode effectiveness, of course, I'm talking about kind of the end game content, right? The harder levels, Extreme Super Battle Road, Fighting Legend or Legendary Goku and Vegeta event here. And then the rest, you have probably one of the harder events, but a lot of teams can complete this event here in the God of Destruction, even Infinite Dragon Ball History, or now the new collection of epic battles. Then you got the Ultimate Clash World Tournament and the rest of the game modes kind of toward the bottom there. So it's kind of how I look at it when it comes to game mode effectiveness and the rankings on how I look at that. And of course, with the brand new Fighting Legend Vegeta or Legendary Vegeta event, all teams that I will be talking about can no item run this event here. It's a fun event, a tough event. These long events here, you have to have the right bench and flexibility to go ahead and no item run this event here. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive in, or get kind of a reminder of the year end of 2021. This was the final list here for the end of 2021, and I'll tell you what, for 2022 we're going to start out with a little bit of shuffling. Nothing, I don't think, too surprising at this moment, because we only got a little bit of upgrades so far since the end of 2021. So let's start off with first the honorable mentions. And there's really one that I think deserves the honorable mention. It's the one that it was hard for me to take out of the top 10, which it wasn't in the top 10 before, but it was very difficult for even me to put it into the top 10, and that's Hybrid Saiyans. And I'm going, man, how is Hybrid Saiyans not in the top 10, especially with the resume that it has? Well, it's a very, very tanky team, great support, definitely amazing for long events, and really even for short events as well. But I think with the diversity and game mode effectiveness, I guess the sense is good, but the bench of flexibility is lacking. Even though, yes, Hybrid Saiyans, there's a bunch of different units that you can run. When you look at the resume in general, with 8 Super Battle Roads, 4 Extreme Super Battle Roads, 201 is kind of on the low end when it comes to Fighting Legend Goku, even though this can complete Fighting Legend Goku and Vegeta very, very easily. It really doesn't help out, because you really don't take care of that many missions. There are really only 3 missions across the board. And then Infinite Dragon Ball History, again, a mode that this team can do really well on, but only could do 4 missions there. It's still, 4 is about average. When you get up to like the 6 or 7 level, that's really, really elite. But like I said, all in all, very good team. Easily arguable that you can move this in the top 10. I was like, well, then who do you take out? That's the problem. It's very, very tight in the top 10 here. So yeah, coming in the honorable mention, that you can run a full support team. This is a very, very fun team to run, by the way. If you have the ability to run the support team here, this Hyper Saiyan support team is a good time here. But yeah, honorable mention, Tech Ultimate Gohan is one of the best TURs in the game. However, it was hard for me to take out. Definitely, there's one team I easily could say, hey, you know what, it is going to be better. But it's one of my favorite teams I can run, so a little bit of bias on there. So let's go ahead and now get into the transition of the top 10 teams on global. Starting with one team that I ended up actually dropping one spot because of it has good bench and flexibility. It doesn't have good high-end bench and flexibility. Hopefully that makes sense. Really, the best 6 units in the game are the Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs, this being one of them, but it doesn't have a variety of the other top units. It has a bunch of units you can run. You can run, you know, a Buhan team. Yes, you have Tech Ultimate Gohan in this team that you can run as well. But like the top tier, higher end stuff, you just it's not available. Resume is really good though, right? 7 Super Battle Roads, 1 kind of below where I want the top teams to generally have, but you really can no item run a lot of those Super Battle Roads there. 5 Extreme Super Battle Roads, 511 is really good on Legendary Goku and Vegeta, and then of course 7 Infinite Dragon Ball History is amazing. World Tournament approved as well, so it does have the resume here. It's just that bench flexibility. As I continue to play it, it's just not quite cutting the mustard for these other teams I'll talk about here. Amazing leader skill. Again, you can build a HP type team involved here with a Buhan team or a Buu team, and you can run a full Super Vegito, or not Super Vegito, but Vegito team in general overall. So a lot of good supports along with that. But yeah, coming in number 10, dropped one spot. It kind of just switched spots with the other number 10 of last month, just because as I continue to play it, I was like, why am I putting this so low? It is still an amazing team, you know, due to the fact that it was able to no item run Legendary Vegeta event, and that's transitioning now to the number 9 team. Go Bros is still relevant in 2020, or sorry, in 2022. I shouldn't say 2020, but 2022. Go Bros is still around here. Amazing resume, right? So 8 Super Battle Roads, 5 Extreme Super Battle Roads, 601, again, really solid. And then 7 Infinite Dragon Ball Histories on there. Now, hear me out here. The reason why I have Go Bros above Super Vegito, now, Go Bros themselves, yes, they're not better than Super Vegito, but here's the thing. This team here can run the high-end units, right? It can run MUI Goku. It can run Evolution Vegeta, Namek, full power Goku there. So, or Namek Super Saiyan Goku there. Very good, and there's more there. The diversity within this is very strong. If this had a stronger HP and defensive leader skill to Goku's family, it would even be higher. This still for me has one of the best leader skills in the game over when it comes to flexibility and creating main combos, but you know, having the HP and defense at 130 for Goku's family is really I'd say not say lackluster, but it's a detriment, right? So that's the reason why. So if you kind of run like a Goku's family here, reason why it is in the number 9 spot and not like number 5 or even like the top 3, right? Because of the defense HP on Goku's family. Now 150 I can be okay with siblings bond units, but with 130 on Goku's family, which makes it really strong, does drop it down here. Now you can run other combinations and very fun combinations and main combos like the Beerus, Vados, and Whis combination, which I really enjoy and love. Or you can run a full support team, which when you're able to run a full support team like this, it's very strong. So again, really fun to run. And this is generally a full Goku's family team here. That's why you're running the Super Dragon Ball Heroes Goku support as well. So very fun team, and Go Bros is absolutely relevant in 2022 and version Z. So come in number 9, still holding strong here. Siblings Bond and Goku's family as the number 9 spot. So coming in number 8, even though it got an upgrade. So the 8th spot did get an upgrade. As I continue to play it, I was like, there's a detriment just like with the Go Bros here, right? And that's movie bosses. Movie bosses, the resume is really strong with the physical Broly as the leader. Okay, when the physical Broly is the leader with movie bosses in full power, you can run 8 Super Battle Roads, 6 Extreme Super Battle Roads, 501, only 3 Infinite Dragon Ball history, and one of the best World Tournament teams you can run on here. But it's also a detriment to the team because physical full power Broly is not good anymore. It's tough to run them and to complete a lot of these stages on here. You're better off, of course, running the Int Legendary Super Saiyan Broly here. Amazing unit. But if you look at then the resume using this as the leader, 6, 4, 3, and 2, nowhere near the resume of 8, 6, 5, 0, 1, 3, right? So, but either way, you're still running, one of the best units in the game in LR full power Frieza. Very, very strong here, right? And of course, with movie bosses, did get an upgrade with even a new leader with LR Janemba. However, if you run LR Janemba, it's even worse when it comes to game mode effectiveness because it's really not on many categories, right? Like only on 4 categories. But super, super strong team here, right? Especially the Planetary Destruction movie bosses with this leader. Amazing. Of course, if you're running a strength Broly here, you're going to be the Easy Broly be very strong. And having the combination of running a Broly rotation and a full power Frieza rotation is pretty incredible here. And even with the support on this team here with the Super Garlic Jr., even more so, that bench and flexibility, super, super strong. But again, the leader in itself, really, really rough, even though right here is a better leader, but as you can see, game mode effectiveness drops off tremendously with this unit here. Anyway, still very good and still coming in at the number 8 spot. So drop from number 6, just again, continue playing it more and more and more. And I was like, I can't have them above these other 2 extreme teams, which it's kind of bunched up here, these extreme teams with number 8, 7, and 6. So coming number 7 is if you can run 2 full power Friezas on this game, you're wrecking ship, right? So this team here does really, really well, even though it's only it's 8 Super Battle Roads and only 4 Extreme Super Battle Roads and only a 4-1-1 on the Legendary Goku and Vegeta events, and really one of the lowest when it comes to Infinite Dragon Ball history with 2. But there's an asterisk there when it comes to the Legendary Goku events. Full Power Frieza destroys Legendary Goku event because he gets buffed when he's fighting Goku and super units. And of course, that event there is Goku, and he just wrecks ship. You're running a triple support here, and it's all you need, man. He just does so much damage when you're doing that. Now, the biggest issue with this is bench and flexibility, but full power Frieza being so strong here, you can just run in full Cyberman team, and you can actually complete some of these modes, which is really, really incredible in of itself. Now, when you're fighting against extreme type units, yes, this team then falls off, but again, running this kind of support team here does benefit and help. Very, very strong, makes full power Frieza just one of the top tier units, and this team in of itself with sworn enemies moving in number 7 for me, right? I could have argued that because of the bench of flexibility, I move them down to like the number 10 spot, and I was thinking about actually doing that. So this was either going to be number 10 or number 7, but I just kept that at number 7 here because it's just so good when you're running 2 full power Friezas. So which then leads me into another team that can run AGL full power Frieza here, and that is Space Traveling Warriors. Now, this has a lot more bench of flexibilities and main support and main combos, and it kind of self-supports itself, right? Space Traveling Warriors support with the Strength Bojack here, right? Very, very, very good unit. Now, just again, the funniest thing is that, when you're running this, it just feels stronger than 170%. Again, with this additional support. So knowing that, right? Knowing that you're getting this additional benefit, additional boost from all these support units internally, especially even with the leader, makes this team just feel a lot stronger. Great resume, 8-5, 4-1, and 4-1-0 and 4. Pretty solid there in the back end. World Tournament approved, one of the better ones out there that you can run. And if you look at this crazy support team that you can run, it's like just amazing support team that you can run. Everybody's supporting each other, and even if you don't have sworn enemies in that rotation there, which actually you would here with the third form Frieza, and another incredible unit to link up with full power Frieza there. It's just a really, really fun team. And again, one of my favorite combinations you can run. I think this is the last time I'll show the Whis Vados combination. Realm of Gods, of course, you can do that as well. I just don't think I have a slide for that. But yeah, Space Traveling Warriors, Time Travelers, that 150 on the side there, just to have some extra flexibility, just works really, really well, especially if you're bringing Super Garlic Juniors. So anyway, very, very strong. Moved up a spot due to the fact I did drop movie bosses down from the 6th spot to the 8th spot. So coming in number 6 is Strength Bojack with Space Traveling Warriors and Time Travelers. So now it's top 5. Top 5 kind of changed a little bit, but not in the number 5 spot, and that's going to stay with Realm of Gods. Realm of Gods is tough for me to move out of the top 10. I'm thinking, well, it's not really getting any upgrades here. I'm showing at a 160 with UI Goku as the leader. But yeah, they have a 170. They have two 170 because they have good leader flexibility, right? So you can run Zamasu on here, which generally you wouldn't, but you can. It has a good resume involved there. You run a Beerus, which actually doesn't have as good of a game mode effectiveness resume. But then UI Goku at 130, you can do quite a bit as well. But you're looking at this 8-5, 5-1-1, and 6. Really, really strong, and the synergy of this team is a lot better than other teams that you generally run. And Realm of Gods just has really good, strong units within the bench and flexibility, good main combos. The revive mechanic is all over the place, and that is such an OP mechanic. Generally, you would definitely want that on your team, especially if you're trying to know how to run. So you can run this combo here. A lot of people don't run the Vegeta Vados combination. Don't know why. He gets a crazy boost with Vados next to him, and just makes him incredibly attractive. Yeah, Vados in herself isn't that good of a unit, but he buffs up Vegeta incredibly strong here. So the other version you can run of this is, of course, Exploding Rage Realm of Gods. And if you're running Exploding Rage Realm of Gods, you're actually able to add 3 super strong LRs on the Realm of Gods team, and that's Janemba, that's Full Power Frieza, and then Strength Easy Broly, right? So those 3 extreme units on this team provides a lot of nice leaders flexibility and benefits there to run on Exploding Rage. But as you can see, Exploding Rage only has 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, and 3. So, but yeah, you can run a World Tournament team with Beerus as the leader, and Beerus as the leader in itself, you would generally want to run that Vados Whis combination on this team versus maybe this team here. So, coming number 5, still really, really good. Realm of Gods, number 1 for a long time, but still holding strong in the number 5 spot. So let's go ahead and move on to the number 4. Number 4 is, I guess, drops down 1 spot because it got leapfrogged. You probably understand which team leapfrogged them, and that's Super Saiyans. Now, Super Saiyans is really incredibly strong. I would say 4-1. Arguably, you can have any of these teams in the number 1 spot. So, Legendary Existence Super Saiyans, you can say they are the best team on Global. You can actually say that. And you have a lot of support in that. I just have them in the number 4 spot because game mode effectiveness is 8-5, 5-0-1-5. The rest is going to have a lot more when it comes to the game mode effectiveness. And I love the main combos that you could run with the Super Saiyan / Legendary Existence. Great active skills. Just totally amazing here. As you can see, you're running Goku on the main rotation here, but you can easily run the Gogeta, Super Gogeta, and Super Vegito on the same rotation, right? So you look at that crazy flexibility, right? Top 6 LRs or top 6 units in the game you're running on the same team here, and or at least what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the top 6. Really good. 4 of the top 6. So you kind of change this up a little bit as well. You can actually run the new Super Vegeta on this team here, and you can run probably the best non-Dokkan Festival exclusive LR in LR Hitku, right? And then the EZA version of the TUR Hit, one of the better TURs in the game as well. Yeah, it's hard to argue, right? You're like, man, you look at all you can run on this team here, and I agree. It's very good. It's just maybe not as flexible. It's hard to say, well, why is this not flexible? There's a lot of great teams you can run. You're absolutely right. Maybe not as flexible as the other teams that I'm talking about with the bench. So still incredible, arguably up in the can be a number 1 spot. But I just have it at number 4. So coming in number 4, Legendary Existence Super Saiyans and LR Int Super Saiyan Goku as the leader. Let's go ahead and move on to the top 3. Here we go here. Coming in at number 3. And I feel like once again, 3, 2, and 1 can all have a spot in the number 1 spot, all arguably. And back to number 3 for Kamehameha. It's like Kamehameha gets the number 1 spot for like maybe 1 or 2 spots, and then it gets booted again. I don't know why. Because when you're looking at the resume, it's like one of the best. Easily, numbers wise, right? 11 Super Battle Roads this can complete with the AGL LR Gohan here, right? 5 Extreme Super Battle Roads, 701, and then a 7. You're like, how is this not number 1? Well, it does have great bench flexibility and high-end bench flexibility, but that's kind of it, right? It's good. Gohan is good, but he's not top tier anymore. It used to be, and the surrounding team above him is fantastic. Kind of like Go Bros, right? It's like Gohan's better than Go Bros, but still, the idea of it is, I can't put him in the number 1 spot, being limited with that leader, and it's just tough for me to keep him in the number 1 spot, even though he can run amazing combinations, as you can see here with the Super Gogeta Vegito combination, and then Namek Goku and UI Goku, MUI Goku on the same rotation. You can do that, or you can do a multitude of different things. What makes this team even better, the Kamehameha team, is actually a different leader. Now, when you go to a different leader, the game mode effectiveness once again drops off. But man, is Gifted Warriors Kamehameha together so incredible, right? You can run this combination here. You can even run this combination. You can run full power Frieza on Gifted Warriors. So a lot of people don't really realize that. So when you're talking about Kamehameha Gifted Warriors in combination with this one here, you're running the top tier units in the game. It's just hard for me with this being very limited in the game mode effectiveness. Yeah, it's limited, but I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. Yeah, it's tough. Again, from 4 to 1, you can all argue at the number 1 spot. I just had to move them down. I don't know, comparable to the final 2. In my opinion, even though it can do 11 Super Battle Roads with this unit here. So, just maybe, I think support for me was a detriment as well, right? Because there's kind of limited support on this team here, even though they got a really nice buff with the EZA Super Saiyan 2 Gohan there. So, anyway, coming number 2, Kamehameha, once again, dropping a spot. I don't know how it's dropping a spot, but yes, it did drop a spot here. Let's talk about number 2. So if number 2, you guys would know what number 1 is if this is number 2, because this was number 1 last month, and that's Universal Survival Saga Representative Universe 7. So when you look at these teams, right, you're looking at leader flexibility, which is important, right? You can run any 4 of these leaders here and run an incredible team. Now, if you're running Universal Survival Saga, this resume even outdoes the Kamehameha resume, right? Because this is what 11-5-7-0-1-7. This is 10-6-7-1 and 7. It's right on par. It's right there. And you can run combinations like this, which is incredible. Just kind of like the Super Saiyan 2, or it's not Super Saiyan 2, but the Super Saiyan category with the and Legendary Existence together. This is when you're running the Universal Survivor Saga team, right? Very, very large combinations of main combos, active skills, revival mechanics, all over the place. I think Evolution Vegeta runs a very, very strong team with 9-6-5-1-3-5. Running Jiren here in Powerful Comeback. Powerful Comeback also still has the LR Namek Goku you can run there as well. So super, super strong team that you can run here. MUI Goku, I think most people run Representative Year 7 with MUI Goku. It can do 2 less Super Battle Roads at only 7, so not a high number compared to that. But again, 7-5-5-1-1-6 is still a great resume. And, MUI Goku is definitely one of the top tier LRs and units in the game overall, and with that revival mechanic, just like with Evolution Vegeta, is just they're broken there. And the top 177% leader skill, right? The top leader skill in the game still hanging around. You can run this team as well. 6-4-2-1-1-3, not very good when it comes to game mode effectiveness, but still strong enough to have it in discussion here of Universal Survivor Saga and Representative Universe 7 combining to win. Now, I might actually split these up because there's enough leaders now, because when you're looking at Universal Survival Saga, Hit could be a leader, LR Hiku can be a leader, and for me, Representative Universe 7, if it just left at Representative Universe 7, it loses a lot of that bench and flexibility that I'm talking about. So this would probably drop into like number 5 or even lower spot if I were to separate it from Universal Survival Saga. So it'd be interesting if I ended up actually doing that. Let me know in the comment section below if you do want me to split up Universal Survival Saga and Representative Universe 7. So of course now you guys would all know what number 1 is, and I had to put it at number 1. There's no, it's at 150 leader skill. It was at top 5 because of the bench and flexibility, and that's Pure Saiyans. Pure Saiyans is number 1. The main combos and bench flexibility for Pure Saiyans is the best in the game. Resume in itself with the Master Evolution Pure Saiyans leader in Super Vegeta is not the best. 6-4-4-0-3-5 World Tournament included, but of course, we often have said at the secondary leaders, right, with the transformation of Vegeta, 9-6-6-0-3-5 and 10-7-6-1-4-5 is incredible, right? Incredible. So adding that on to all this and having 170% Pure Saiyans leader now, I cannot deny Pure Saiyans as the best team in the game. It's just so flexible. Leader now we have leader flexibility as well within the team. But let me show you all the crazy different combinations it can run, right? You can run what I've been showing in a lot of different teams here. MUI Goku, Evolution Vegeta combination with the Super Vegito and Super Gogeta LR combination there. But then now I'm running one of the best TURs in the game, if not the best TUR in the game on global right now, as floaters. So it's like there's no weak point here, right? There's no weak point here. But if you wanted to run a different variation, you can run like maybe a full Vegeta team. This is really fun. If you want to run Vegeta as the main rotation, you can absolutely do that here and run this fun full Vegeta team here. Or you can run a GT team. Look at this, look at this, craziness that you can run. Full GT team here, and different combinations within this as well. Look at a Broly team, right? You can run a full Broly team if you wanted to. Not full Broly team, but some combinations there. I did put the legendary Namek Goku here just because he actually links up decently with the STR Broly, and you don't want STR Broly in the first spot anyway, right? So but yes, you can run the tech one, move him over here, etc, etc. But yeah, super strong. You're running a Broly combination, and even like Kellen Caulifla, right? You can run that combo. You can even run the EZA combination with Majin Vegeta and Bardock on the same team. Just once again, there's so many different combinations. I'm just barely scratching the surface when it comes to Pure Saiyans here. It's hard to deny that this is the #1 spot. Once again, having this backup here with 9-6 and 7 and 10-7 as a part of the resume here. Super Vegeta is one of my favorite units, if not, it's my favorite TUR in the game right now. So favorite TUR in the game, and then just generally speaking overall, Pure Saiyans is just too good. It's just too good with all these main combinations and bench of flexibility. So that's where I have it. This is what I'm gonna start with here. I don't know if I'm gonna change anything else, but as of right now, this is the summary for January 2022. The best teams coming in at number 10 spot, Majin Buu Saga. Go Bros is still hanging in there with Goku's family and siblings bond. Then you have movie bosses, which dropped off a little bit. Just once again after playing it for a little bit more. The physical full power Broly is just not cut out to be there, but very, very strong team overall. Then you have be able to run 2 LR full power Friezas here in Sworn Enemies. And the number 7 spot, number 6 is Space Traveling Warriors. Then the top 5, Realm of Gods, Super Saiyans, Kamehameha, Representative Universe 7 / Universal Saga Universal Survival Saga, and then Pure Saiyans #1. Tell me what you guys think. Do you agree with my new rankings here? Let me know. I might change up a bunch if you guys got some good points here. But there you have it. That is the first edition for 2022 of Best Teams. Hopefully you enjoyed everything. If you are new to my channel, if I can find everything here, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll see you next time. Later.